Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix. I've been recording other things. I almost forgot what the name of this entire series is. But today we're back in the old single player world, and it's actually been about a week. After doing a lot of work and doing the RTX tour, which was really fun. Hope you all enjoyed that very odd, no commentary tour from me. I just stepped away for a bit. I've been playing some modded, and I've been working a little bit on the Conquest time-lapse series, just having some fun doing some different things. But I am feeling the itch. I'm feeling the itch really hard, and I want to get back to it like now. So here's the section of this city that I want to work on, which is basically going to complete, well, this phase of Dockside, if you will. There's all this stuff over here that we'll get to eventually. And over here we have the what do you call it, barracks, the barracks where the soldiers live and work and all that stuff. And again, we'll be working on that eventually as well. But for right now, I want to knock out this entire section here. So this is going to be a huge building episode, but I think it's going to be an important one. I've been thinking about how to do this, how to break it up basically, and I think I want to break up into a couple different blocks. So I went to the Nether, and I've been farming up just a crap ton of blackstone here. So I have, hopefully, let me see, one, I don't know, this seems like I have equal parts of everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through along from here. So from right here, this is our main gate to the city. And I'm going to build, I want a road to go right along the wall here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a wall. In fact, actually, these can go away. And I'll put those in there, just free up a little space. Okay, so then we'll do a road that goes along here. And then at some point, maybe here, I think we'll like cut up and tag it in so it's not all just one. And then we'll also continue along here the entire way over to here. So you're going to see how many houses we're going to get filled up in here. It's going to be quite a few, and I'm going to have to do a lot of material gathering and stuff like that. But like I say, this is going to be a very long episode as far as off-camera building goes and stuff like that. So I think I best just get right to it. So if you've been hoping for a whole lot of progress done in the city, well, it's your lucky day, my friend, because here we go, okay? I'm going to get going. I'll see you whenever I feel like it's time to come in here and show you some progress, okay? I just thought I should pop in here before I do the entire thing off camera again and just show some of the progress here. I only built 2 houses in this space. There wasn't as much room as I thought. I wanted one to be quite tall, so I just made a 3-story little house here. This amount of space was so oddly shaped and so narrow that I just put a little farm. What I'll do is I'll eventually change out this to get rid of the grass and make it dirt or something, maybe some leaves or whatever, you know. So over on this house we have, you know, kind of like a little bitty opening here, like kind of a small house. I think what I might end up doing is make like a big window, like something like this on both of them, like that. Like I think that could be kind of cool. Yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe even open to the air. I'm not sure. And then the other house is a little bit more traditionally shaped. Well, not really, actually. It's just kind of a bit of a diagonal here. By the way, if you're wondering what the sky is here, I'm using parallax shaders still, though they are broken in 1.16.200. But the sky still works, but it looks kind of funky at night. None of the other parts of the shader really work, but I'm keeping it on because the sky is so pretty. I'm just going to leave it there until I find a shader that is currently working with a render dragon, which right now none that I can find are. I think it fundamentally changed everything. So in here, I think this is kind of cool. It's pretty narrow. It's a little bit more narrow than I had really anticipated, but I just thought this was kind of I mean, it's not done yet, obviously, but going to be kind of an interesting technique to kind of break up the little place. And plus, I think sometimes I build a little bit too big, and I think narrow streets are kind of cool. So, yeah, see, the sky looks a little weird. Little weird. It's all right. We'll get it. Starting to kind of get an inkling that I might not get this whole project done. I'm just looking at this giant thing here, and I've been working for about 2.5 hours or so on just these little ones. Kind of watching a movie too, so full disclosure, I wasn't like completely invested in building here, but still, maybe we'll just break this up into a few different parts, and that's totally fine. the beauty of this world is it's all about the journey, right? This is not about the destination. So if this takes us 3 episodes to do these 3 parts of it, that is totally cool. You know, I kind of accidentally used dark oak trapdoors here instead of spruce. What I've been generally doing in these houses is kind of breaking up, like, okay, this is gonna be all spruce roofs, spruce trim and stuff, and that one's gonna be all dark oak. But I kind of accidentally used it. I don't really mind it. It looks like I used it over here too. I think I could probably maybe use a combination, a little bit of a combination, like maybe use some of each type of not like mix the trapdoors, but maybe like around here, maybe do I have any? Yeah, I got a couple slabs here. Something, not necessarily this exactly, but something like that. Well, definitely not that, because I can't put the, you know what I mean? Like mix in the spruce and the dark oak. I think that might be the best route to go. And you know, the other thing is I'm thinking that, like, these don't need to be like that detailed. You know, a little bit of this will go, I think quite a ways. That's kind of nice. Do maybe some of that stuff. So I still have some more detailing to do and things, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to walk around and just kind of take a look and see where it's at right now. I am enjoying using the extremely colorful color palette, which, you know, as you know, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, is a little bit out of my sort of typical wheelhouse. I usually kind of am a little bit more muted, so I've been enjoying using the very bright colors, like the very yellow and the very magenta and all that kind of stuff. It's been kind of fun. So I don't know, you know, I'm not doing anything super fascinating here. One thing that I have been doing is just to make the roof line not be straight. So I don't know, what I may end up doing is hanging lanterns down from there, but I think that it does help. It helps break up the yellow here. If you bounce down here and see, it's just a really little thing. Maybe some flower boxes. I think over in this area I used 1 flower box per window, and that's probably a little overkill. It looks fine for 3. I wouldn't want to do that on every single window. I think it's just kind of a lot. And then the other thing I think that we could probably end up doing is do some full blocks, like every once in a while, just so you get the vertical slabs and things like that. But yeah, I'll keep working on this. and then come back. Maybe we'll do a question comment of the day here in just a little bit. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been trying to make my episodes slightly longer. Not long, not like half an hour long, but longer than the roughly 12-minute range that it was before. I want to do it a little bit of an experiment and see how it goes for getting some videos pushed YouTube wise, and so we're testing it out anyway, if you've noticed. I threw up another diagonal house. I did start breaking ground over here on this side, even though I kind of talked myself out of it. I think last night I was just getting tired. Last clip I recorded, it was fairly late at night, and I have this tooth pain situation that's been, so I had to, okay, so it's almost the end of the year. It's in December, and my dental insurance resets January 1st. So I went into the dentist and said, well, you know, you have enough money to get these 2 crowns instead of just the two cavities I thought I was going to get filled. So I got 2 crowns right beside each other. And man, they have been crushing me. It's been like a week today, and it still hurts because it's still waiting for, you know, you still have temporaries on. If you don't know what crowns are, it's basically a hat for your teeth, and they mold them in the shop, you know. So right now I just have these temporaries that I don't think fit very well or something, because they are, oh man, they hurt, and like tooth pain's tough, you know. It can really just hobble you. There's a lot of worse things in the world, but right now for me, it's hard to imagine them because my teeth are killing me. Anyway, so I think I was just kind of grumpy last night. I was like, I'm only doing this, whatever. But, you know, woke up today, I had a decent night's sleep, probably the best night of sleep I've had since my tooth pain started. I kind of loaded up on ibuprofen, and, you know, we'll see. We'll try to get through here. But I'm in a much better spirits, and there's a lot of building that I want to do here. So I decided I'm going to lay out at least get these 2, if not that center sort of triangle here. And, you know, in general, I find that detailing after you put up the basic walls and structure and roof is better, because then you might find like, oh, I might end up detailing this part and then have a wall go right by and not need to, you know. So So we'll see. It's cutting there. It's coming along. I like this. I like doing the diagonal house. I actually think this is probably the best diagonal overhang roof line I've ever done. Like, it just sort of makes sense going up there. It's kind of hard to see here. Let me sleep. I'll show you. I've got an idea that I thought might be kind of fun for one of these houses over here. I went with one that's all just stone, just so I could mix it up and keep something grayscale, since I have so many different colors up here on the second floor. I thought it would be kind of fun. And then the more I'm sitting there looking at it, I was like, yeah, this kind of looks like a church. It kind of does look like a church. So what if this is a maybe a converted church or something, like something maybe didn't used to be one but is now. And if I'm going to have a church there, then maybe I should have a tiny little graveyard for outside of it, just for important people and all that kind of stuff, because I have this weird amount of space right here, and it is odd. It's an odd amount of space. I'm not really totally sure what to do with it here, because the shape is kind of weird, and yeah, I could move the roads, but so I'm thinking about just making this into a graveyard, honestly, and just basically bringing grass up here to be level with the road. That way there's not a weird fall off the road. So we'll do something along these lines, where we do something like this, like leave that there, right? And then we'll fill in this. And then I think what we'll do is we'll do maybe just a wee little tiny fenced in graveyard, just to maybe there's some VIPs, some former priests of some sort that may want to be buried here at their church. Now, in the lore in this world, there is a little bit about churches, and I haven't explained it yet because I've been slacking on the next Lore of Tovlin episode. So let me just talk about it, since I don't have an episode exactly in the can. Actually, I have the script done for episode 5 of Lore of Tovlin. If you've really been itching, if you're sitting there, where's my next? If you're the one person, where's my next Lore of Tovlin episode? Well, I have the script done for 5. I was hoping to get the script done for 5 and 6, and then ask my friends to record them both at the same time, because that would be less hassle for them. And I'm all about not hassling my friends. But it's not quite there yet. So yeah, it looks kind of nice. So the story of the churches is these churches are going to be not exactly a religion per se. They're going to be kind of a church dedicated to a certain kind of person, and that is going to be something that we work out here in a little bit as far as the lore bit goes. But it's not going to be necessarily to a deity. It's going to be really to, well, you'll have to wait and find out. But it's going to be to specific people that have really made a big difference in this world. And so the churches are going to be kind of like churches of remembrance more than necessarily churches of worship. And I just kind of thought that was a kind of cool way to make it a little bit different. Now, the other thing is, because in this particular build, because it's all grayscale, that's the wrong way. I'm really going to have to work diligently to bring in some wood colors and things like that, because I didn't even go with wood on the side here. I really I don't know, I really changed it up, right? Like, I really just went all stone. So given that, let's go into, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll go here and here, and then here. Okay, and then we'll do the exact same thing over here. So you bring in 2, you know what, I didn't actually mean to do that. This might be an off-camera situation here. Let me do that off-camera and I'll come back. By the way, while I'm working on this little graveyard area, I want to talk briefly about 2 things, and I thought we could just talk and build at the same time. Firstly, I want to talk about my patron rewards. I'm going to be reworking them, and everyone who is currently a patron, even if you already got the old rewards, will also get the new ones. And the new ones I'm kind of excited about. The new ones are going to be taking place in this world instead of in ROV. Reason being is this, ROV is everyone's world. That's my friend's world, right? Like, that's where we all play together. I think that this world is a very personal world to me, clearly, obviously, and I think that it would be the better suited place for to thank the people who have been supporting me and my family through through this whole channel, but also in addition, especially in particular, through my my musician during a pandemic unemployment streak here, which has no end in sight, quite honestly. So I'm doing what I can, but what I can is not all that much, actually. So Anyway, I just want to say a special thank you. So I have a plan here, and we're probably going to do that next episode for rewarding the patrons. I think that's going to be that way we can really dedicate some time to talk about it and to thank you all and get everyone who is either a YouTube member or a patron on board with this. So that all being said, I'm not putting any graves here because it is going to involve this. It's going to involve churches in this world, and I think that's going to be kind of a fun way to do it. A little bit different than what I've seen maybe other people do. A little bit. Not that much different. A little bit different. So anyway, so that's coming probably next time. So I want to get this done. The other thing I want to mention is if you are a patron or a YouTube member, then you can get a world download every 5th episode. Just for you, and everyone else gets them every 25th episode. But that means this is a world download day, so I'm gonna, as soon as we're done with this episode, I'm going to turn it into an MC world. Is that what you call it? I think you call it MC World, and I will get it out. I'll put it out on Discord, and you'll get them long before the episodes air. Honestly, because I generally have about a week buffer. It's always a little bit different, but often I have about a week buffer. So you'll get them ahead. You'll get these worlds ahead, and you can walk around and just see what you think and all that kind of stuff. So okay, so here's where we're at for this. I think what I'm gonna do, I kind of think I'm gonna put lights on these. I think. But that means that all of these have to go up above. I may end up coming in with barrels, which is going to make me regret using dark oak and not spruce, but yeah, this is cool. Just a little tiny graveyard area. It's not really a graveyard, actually. We're going to call it a tribute yard, okay? I think that's what we're going to call it, because again, these churches aren't necessarily to a deity. These churches are actually to influential people in this world. And I thought, well, how much more influential can you be than being a supporter of mine? Right? I think so. So that's what we're gonna do here. This is gonna be a little special place, and whenever this fills, we'll do more and more and more. And I think it's gonna be a nice way to fill out the kingdom. All right, I'll get back to work. Oh, wait, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. The resource pack. If you still have the old version of the resource pack, you gotta grab the new one on Discord, because Render Dragon 116.200, when it came out, it broke all resource packs. So go and grab the new one on my Discord if you are using my Bedrock texture pack. If you're using it, it's not going to work now. You probably have noticed. And if you want to change that out, then I have a new one now. The double slabs work. All the other textures work. The only thing that doesn't work yet is I can't figure out how to get alternate textures working, because they remade how that works. So that's going to have to be another increasing headache of how I get the alternate textures. So right now there's no alternate textures, but everything else should be good. Oh yes, space fillers. That's what it comes down to so frequently. It comes down to space fillers, and just finding all the nooks and crannies in builds like this, and just really working them out. The only reason why I'm flattening some of this land is because I don't want there to be a drop off of the road that's kind of weird. So what we'll do is we'll flatten this, and then what I'll probably end up doing is do something like this, where then I have a tiny little crop field right there. That, I've talked about this before, but I believe that people living in this sort of environment would frequently utilize every single inch of land that they have available. So, so that's something that I want to sort of focus on. So, like, if I see a tiny little bit of land around, then what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do something like this, and it could be wheat, or it could be crops, it could even be pretend crops, whatever. We have lots of options here, but something like that. That way, when you're walking by here, there's something there. Now, this can be improved a little bit further by adding in a little bit of leafery, and I think, if I'm right, yeah, I knew I had something here. Let's grab this and this, and we'll just dress this one up just a tiny bit. So we'll take this away and bring this up like that, and then maybe the one in the back again, because I want these two to connect. But yeah, just something like that. We could even go like there, maybe. Yeah, that's not bad. And actually, let's go there as well. Yeah, and then all of a sudden this looks like it's, there's some nature. Someone's tending this, and all of these. Well, okay, that one's super tiny. Maybe not the super tiny ones, but yeah, all the ones like there's one right over here, I think. Yeah, right here. So like something like right here, this would definitely be one, right? Like this would definitely be a place where people would use this space. So I think what we'll do is we'll just come in like this, add a little bit of a border, just a bit, And then we'll come in here, and since I happen to have wheat on me, we may as well make this wheat as well. And yeah, they probably wouldn't look. They probably wouldn't plant wheat here because wheat, you need a lot of wheat. You need a lot of wheat to feed a few people. But something like potatoes, where you get a lot more return for, I think, the size of your plot. I think something like that. But I think for our purposes right now, just some potatoes and stuff are fine. And then maybe what we can do, or some wheat rather, is fine. And then what we can do maybe is just so there's a little bit of greenery within there. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. All right then. I think we have a fairly solid start on this area. I really like how it's coming along here. We got a little church. I did fill most of these little nooks and crannies with some nature or some little crop fields and all that kind of stuff. Utilizing more and more berry bushes. I think that's kind of a cool thing. The color's nice. And plus there is a berry field right here. So there could be some cross-pollinating action going on over there. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Underneath these fences, I did throw in a little bit of coarse dirt. That helps. And yeah, I think it's good. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap up today. My tooth is killing me. It is killing me. It's hurting so bad. And I'm going to go put some ice on it again and just kind of relax on the couch for a little while. And then I have a whole bunch more recording to do today, okay? I will see you all. Oh, up there, not so great. Okay, I will address that in between episodes, okay? This area here, very plain and boring. We'll get to that. There's just nothing. I just forgot about it. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. Do we do a plant? I'm going to go get ice, okay? I'll talk to you all next time. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate you spending part of your day here with me. And I'll see you next episode, Bedrock Survival with Fix, or whatever's next. Okay, bye, friends.